why is my mic not working? There we go. Hello, everyone. How's it going? We're gonna have a pretty good Destiny stream here. This is actually kind of a special stream. This is gonna be my final Destiny 1 stream before the beta. Tomorrow I'm not gonna stream, actually. Tomorrow I'm gonna make a tribute video to Destiny 1, to all of my adventures, to everything that I have done so far in Destiny 1. But, to start off, I wanted to go to the tower, and I wanted to go and get every single thing that I had in my first Destiny video. That's my blue ship, that's my emblem, that's everything I had back in the day, and we're gonna go in. We're gonna have a pretty decent stream here, and mainly it's a tribute stream. It's gonna be my final stream before the good old Destiny 2 beta, which is going to be coming soon, and yeah, you bet I'm going to be playing that a lot. I already set it up to where I've downloaded the beta and everything. I have everything ready, and it's going to be quite the video. It's going to be, or not quite the video, but quite the stream. What I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is I'm thinking I'm going to have to do something a little bit interesting. Also, the sound's a little bit off. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the sound is a little bit weird. Hello? Should be a little bit better. I actually need to change remote play again. So screen is gonna go weird a little bit. I'm gonna restart remote play, which is also gonna screw up the windows. So let me change that. Remove this. Yeah, there we go. Sounds a little bit better for you. Sorry about that. I had the wrong cord plugged into my headset, so just have to fix that right like that. So sorry about the no face cam thing. That's just gonna have to be something we deal with today, because I don't really care to do it today. Also, I don't know why this is so damn loud today, but whatever. Ooh, I've actually really liked that gun.
Guardian.
Bad roll, but well, actually that's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not good. It's kind of like one of those middle ground things. But yeah, we're gonna have a Destiny tribute stream today. That means I'm gonna go through like all my old legendaries, and I'm gonna like go through each section of my character along the way, which means we're gonna be in the tower a little bit today. We're gonna be in the tower quite a bit. But no, we're gonna try and get through everything like we used to back in the old days. I can't obviously solo Crota and solo Vault of Glass and solo all of that anymore. But
the speaker doesn't know how to rule within.
we might do a couple of the older things just to get our way. But let's grab my first shader, my first emblem, and we'll get on our way doing some activities. I actually kind of want to do the first strike that I ever did as well, which was Devil's Lair. It's actually where I met one of my best friends. His name is Only Eat Apples. I've done the raids with him a couple times. I think you guys have seen him before. Might not remember him because I don't play with him too much anymore. But alas, we can get that going. Woo! I didn't know I got that emblem. That's cool. That was for the 7 emblems, or not the 7 emblems, but getting to rank 7 in the book, which I did pre-order that t-shirt, so you might see that Tuesday. We'll see. First emblem. What was my first emblem? It was the hunter one, or no, it was the Titan one. Oh well, we can or no, it was a hunter. I remember. Oh, it wasn't this one. Sorry, I'm screwing up. It was the one below it. Yeah, this one. Abraxas. There we go. There's those. There was no dance, so I guess we'll put the point back on. Ship. Yes, ship. We'll put on all of the old armor that I used to wear, as well as we'll do a Prison of Elders run today. And then, yeah, mainly I think it's just going to be strikes and stuff like that from back in the old days. God, there's so many people in the tower today. It's so nice to see this game thriving again. I think a lot of it is because of the game coming back tomorrow, or Tuesday, to the beta. But anyway, guys, reason I'm streaming a little bit late today, Game of Thrones episode 61 aired earlier today. Actually just finished 17 minutes ago. And holy crap, was it a good episode. I really, really enjoyed the episode. It was a good way to start the Rise of Iron. Or not the Rise of Iron, what the fuck? I'm just reading whatever is on my screen. It was a great way to start the season. And yeah, I'm super hyped for this. For some reason I can't actually get my old Sparrow back, but whatever. One thing I haven't gotten is I haven't gotten this one and I haven't gotten this one. But I've gotten the two other Sparrows. Cuz these are my two favorite Sparrows of the game, the Usurper and the Replicator. Those are my two favorite Sparrows actually right now. And this one actually was posted on Imgur a long time ago, like almost a year ago now. And I remember looking at it and posting it on Twitter and being like, this is awesome and it needs to be a thing in the game. But, oh well, can't get a Sparrow, so let's grab the ship that I used. I actually don't know if I'm going to be able to find the ship that I used. It was a really old one. I don't remember what it was. There's no way the first one I click on. It is! Okay. So, this was my first ship that I ever bought from Amanda Holiday. And I loved it. And then the gear I was wearing, pretty shady, I'll be honest, but I think I kept it all. We'll grab my first exotic weapon and my first exotic armor. The first armor that I had was the Lucky Raspberry. It was a Hunter chestplate. And I got that probably a month and a half or so after I started playing the game. At that point I wasn't grinding the game as hard as I am now. But we'll grab that real quick. We'll grab my good old primaries from back in the day. And yeah, we'll pretty much just run through all of the iterations of my character from where I came to where I am now. And we'll just go there. So first off, Monte Carlo. The Felwinter's Lie I would grab, but as you can see, unfortunately, it doesn't have shop package on it anymore. Is this a 400 one? No, it's not. Okay. I know I had that. I can grab my secondary, my Bruin's Fire. And then the heavy weapon that I used, I don't know if it's in my vault. Ooh, it is! My Radagast. So this was always the setup I used back in the day. I used the Monte Carlo, the Perun's Fire, and the Radagast Fury. Now the Ghost Shell, I'll just leave like that so I don't tank too low in light level. But that's what I used back in the day. I used those weapons mainly because it was my first exotic. It was my first really good heavy, and my first really good secondary. So we'll use those for a little bit, and then armor. This is the section that's a little bit different. Armor is a weird story for my character. First off, helmet. Always use the Iron Regalia mask. I don't really have that one fully leveled. I don't actually think I have any hunter gear fully leveled. But we'll grab all my gear. So I had this chest plate, I had these boots, and these gauntlets. So with that being said, do I have my Lucky Raspberry? I do. Okay, so that was the chest plate I used back in the day, and then the other one that I always used was the Lucky Raspberry. So we'll grab that real quick, and then I need to put at least one of those in, so I can grab my gauntlets that I used, which were these ones, and then I need a pair of boots, which were always the Iron Regalia boots. And then I did use the cloak from Vault of Glass, but I have a level 400 one there. So put that on, put my boots on, the Lucky Raspberry, those gauntlets, that helmet. God, my character was ugly. Wow! I don't remember my character being that ugly. Wow! Okay. And then this was the other helmet I used a lot. And then that's... Come on, load. And that's what I'd look like the other time. But first off, we'll run with this helmet, because that's the one I remember a lot more. And then I do have 400 versions of some of these, so I'll just put the 400 ones on. Mainly just so my light level doesn't tank that low, and my abilities actually recharge quickly. So we'll put that back in. The helmet. Put that back in. Gauntlets, I don't actually have those. Do I have a higher level Lucky Raspberry? I don't. Okay, then I'll just use this. So yeah, that's what my character looked like back in the day. This is everything I used to run. I didn't use Gunslinger, actually. I used Blade Dancer a lot more. The only thing that's different is obviously artifacts we didn't have. The Ghost Shell was only white, but for the time being, we'll do that. I always use Blade Dancer, this exact same setup that I've used for the last 3.5 years. So there's that. And then, yeah, that's what my character would look like. Other times, I would take the shader completely off, and that's what I would look like. I liked it a lot more. But when I did that, I would also change the gauntlets out to have, not that one. Sorry. I never actually had the gauntlets for, whatchamacallit. You know what I'm talking about, you know. So yeah, that's what I would look like. That's what I would look like the other half of the time, just because I didn't want to put a shader on. But for now, we'll actually run with the shader since it's a little bit more memorable. It's from my first video. That's what I looked like in my first video. Just kidding, because in my first video I hadn't finished the raid. I looked like something like that, but I don't know what gauntlets I was wearing. So that's kind of what I looked like in my first video. Anyway, let's go and do a strike, and let's go and do a couple story missions, and then we'll get it out. We'll get it out. We won't get it out. We'll get it started. If anyone's in the chat, hello. Welcome to the good old tribute stream. This is gonna be my farewell to Destiny 1 stream. We're gonna be going back through all of my good old moments from back in the day, and we're gonna be hitting it up. So let's go and do the Devil's Lair. This was the first strike I ever did. It was where I also met Only Apples. I played with him a lot, and he's a pretty good dude. So we're gonna be playing through this strike, and then we're also gonna be playing a few story missions, and then we'll actually go into other things. So yeah. With Destiny 2 right around the corner, I'm going to be streaming at least 24 hours. These 24 hours when? Tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. At least 24 hours.
The Fallen will continue to claw the
Tuesday. And then Wednesday? Or that'll go into Wednesday, and then I'll probably stream like probably 30 to 40 hours actually on that day. Why isn't YouTube working?
We must
YouTube's being
destroy
a
this machine
bitch.
god and send their souls screaming back to hell.
Okay, now it says I have 0 subscribers. Cool. What's happening? Why is YouTube broken right now? Yeah, YouTube is extremely broken. Give me a minute, guys. Sorry about that. For some reason, it's telling me I have 0 subscribers, and YouTube's breaking really hardcore, so, yeah. not actually looking at my screen. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I can't actually look at my channel.
Fallen and hide. Let's hope we can avoid the crossfire.
I'm like half looking at my screen, so that's interesting. I don't remember this gun being this powerful. Oh well. It's good to use all my old guns again and get back into see where I've come from and do the things that I used to do. We'll pull out my my old Galahorn and Black Hammer and everything and Fatebringer back in a few minutes. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out after this strike. See what's wrong with YouTube. See if it's down or what's going on. Wow, this thing shoots fast. Now I remember why I liked it. I always liked the fast firing fusion rifles. This one was like a powerhouse back in the day. Back when fusion rifles were overpowered. But like really overpowered. Okay. What my teammate actually looks
way out of here is sealed.
I'll check it out. If my teammate's actually gonna put it in. Not what I meant to say. We'll go to Twitch and then just go to my channel from there, I guess. Yeah, YouTube's breaking really bad. I don't even know if I could get it on my phone right now. Let's check. Is this guy gonna deploy a ghost? Okay, can my controller stop like disconnecting and reconnecting?
Pretty complex. I'll need time.
I'm just trying to check out that my channel isn't completely broken, guys, because YouTube is really, really broken right now. For some reason, it's telling me my channel's a little bit broken. So let me check if I got copyrighted or something. Yeah, I actually can't get into anything on my channel, so I'm just kind of seeing that my channel is still in good standing. Which it is. So that's peculiar. I think YouTube's just broken. It doesn't look like YouTube's broken from what the internet's saying, so it might literally just be the servers on my big area. Oh well. Hopefully I'm still alive. If any of you are watching, actually, let me know. Let me know if you can see my channel and everything.
The Fallen are getting smarter. It's like the entire system is wired to a... I'll work faster.
That's interesting, though. What it sounds like, YouTube's actually broken everywhere, so we'll see. Probably Game of Thrones is just breaking the internet. Oh yeah, YouTube is completely down. Huh. I haven't seen YouTube completely down in a long time. Sorry, I'm just trying to message everyone to see if YouTube is down for anyone else. There's 2 captains in this trade? What? God, my character looks so bad. I've gotten a lot better at this game too. Since back in the day. I could play like an idiot. Maybe that would remind you guys of what my old videos were like. God, this rocket launcher is so good. Back in the day, this thing was a Crucible god. I'll play Crucible with it later. I actually don't know what my main Crucible weapons were back in the day, because I know it took me a while to play Crucible. Just because I didn't know what it was. Where? Shot at, I don't know from where. Should be it. It's fun to remember what it was like back in the day. Cause like YouTube was a great, or not YouTube, but Destiny was such a great game across the couple of years that it's been on.
Barrier is down.
And I played it throughout the days. I've done everything. I used to solo nearly every piece of content in the game. I used to go in and make the game harder for me. And it's kind of sad because now that we're past the House of Wolves and we're past the big content updates, we're past Taken King, we're past all of those old things that we've done, the game's gotten a lot easier. Loot comes a lot faster. You don't have to farm materials anymore, which goddamn was that annoying.
The lair is up ahead,
I don't even
under
want
that
to
colony
explain
ship.
what that was
Just
like.
on the other side of
And
all
so,
those devils.
it's interesting looking back at all of the things we used to do and just remembering how hard this game used to be. Like, the content we're playing now is 1,000 times different than what I played back in the day. Like, obviously I can still use the old weapons I used, and I can still have fun like I used to, but the game's different. The game isn't anywhere near what it is now, or that it was then. I remember my first Iron Banner, having no idea how to play Iron Banner, and struggling all the way through, because I just didn't know how to play the game. And once I did know how to play the game, I struggled because it really hated you. The game made you struggle. It made your time in the game difficult, and I loved it because of that. This game purposely made you... Ooh, that's gonna be bad. The game purposely made you grind for hours and hours and hours just to get a couple materials. And those materials, you'd have to farm 4 different times, because half the materials would be on Earth, half the materials would be on Mars, half the materials would be on Venus, half the materials would be on the Moon. And so you'd have to farm each and every one of those locations in order to get everything that you need. And now you can just buy them with marks, or you can just grind some other things and get exactly what you need. And the game's honestly just become so much different and easier than it used to be. It's sad, but unfortunately Bungie has stated that the game is final. The game is on its last update, which is sad for me. Destiny 1's officially discontinued. Tuesday is the final day that Destiny 1 is gonna be the main talk. Like, we've had how many years of hating Bungie for making this game and not doing the things that we think the game should be, but throughout all that time we loved the game. I've put hundreds of thousands of minutes into this game. I think I have a little bit over or a little bit under 2,000 hours. And that's an impressive amount of time to be playing a video game. Especially considering that this is really the only game I play. I love this game. Destiny will forever have a place in my heart. That's half the reason that I spent as much money as I did already on beta. Or not the beta, but Destiny 2. I've already bought the pre-order for it on PlayStation, on Xbox, and I will on PC as soon as it's available. So, as you can see, this game will forever have a place in my heart. This game will forever be my home. And for anyone else who's played throughout the years, whoever has grinded up to level 400, or even not even that far, people that play less, people that are past the Taken King and have played the game, or people that stopped at Dark Below, or people that have played through the game and then kind of slowed down on it, like, this game is your home. You can come back to it whenever you want. You can grind out everything with us, and you can come back with Destiny 2. We have a new story. It's going to change everything that we've known about the series. And honestly, it's been a great journey. I am so happy that Bungie made this series, that we have a place where we can go to, and it honestly, it's home. It's been my journey to play this game and love it since release. And I will continue to play this series for the next 10 years, as Bungie said that they'll be supporting it. And I'm excited for it. I really am. We're coming into year 4 of Destiny, which means we'll still have 6 years, a little bit over 6 years left of the game. Well, that the game will be continuing to be assured that it will be backed up. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Obviously, we start the next step of our journey with beta, and then obviously we'll be continuing that journey when the release September 6th hits, which means we only have 2 more months. Less than 2 months. We're almost to a month left for Destiny 2. And that's honestly, it's amazing to me that after 3.5 years, I finally
cast a great shadow over our city.
am able to
With its destruction, the
look at
fallen
this
devils
game
will rule.
and
But we must stay vigilant.
know that I have grinded out the years, less than 2, to play this game.
Always do.
So yeah, I am very grateful to everyone who's watched. Oh, I know what it was. It's my music. There we go. That should be a little bit better. So yeah, I have grinded out this game for 2.5 years, and honestly, I want to say thank you to everyone who's ever watched my channel. I want to say thank you to Bungie, and honestly, just I'm really happy that this game was made, and that I could enjoy it, and that this game is honestly everything that I wanted when I created this channel. Almost 3 years ago now. This game is forever gonna be mine. And I'm really happy that it's here. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Destiny 1. I am very happy that Bungie has created this game for me, and I'll continue to be here for the next however many years that the game is available to us. So yeah, that's it really. Thank you for watching my channel, and we're gonna have a great stream. Yeah, it's It's been an incredible journey. It really has. And as stupid as my character looked, as stupid as I was back in the day when I played this game, look at what I've become. I have grown to a player that has enjoyed the community. I have grown to become a guardian of the tower, and I have grown to be a master at the game I've played. Since then, I have turned into this. A hunter at 400 light that's gone flawless, I think 30 times in trials, that's soloed raids, that's played all of the content for the last 3 years, and that is a cocky motherfucker who will never be put down because he's too hard-headed. And honestly, I couldn't ask for anything else. 3.5 years has got me to this point. Obviously, I've been 400 light with that many flawlesses before this time, but ever since the last milestone that I've hit to now is still part of my journey as a guardian, as a Bungie enthusiast, as someone who's played the game for as long as I've played it. And that means that I'm me. And this game is part of me. So yeah. Anyway, part 2 to my journey, for my trivia journey, is Prison of Elders. This is the Skolas. This is the level 34 Prison of Elders. And this is the one where you actually kill Skolas. So with that being said, I'm going to play through this, and then we're going to go into some newer content. We'll do like a Nightfall or something. I'm not entirely sure. Then again, I'm not entirely sure how long this stream's going to go on as well, because it is a tribute stream. I don't want to make it too long and boring. I kind of want it to be like a thing if I look back on Destiny and I enjoy all the things that I've done. Yeah, so I lived through the eras of mistakes that Bungie's made. I want to talk about a couple of the things that I remember, namely the Dark Below, because the Dark Below is really where I started becoming a hardcore player in Destiny. The Dark Below is where I got into raiding. The Dark Below was the first time period, anyway. Oh my god, that's an ogre. The Dark Below was the first time I started becoming a hardcore Destiny fan. I did my first raid in the time period of Dark Below, which means I did Vault the Glass, but it was after the Dark Below released. So that was one thing I did. I got hardcore into that. I also started my YouTube channel during that period. I grinded the game incredibly hard during those those months of the Dark Below. And I became a hardcore player. I did everything in the Dark Below that you could possibly do. And that included things that you couldn't necessarily, you weren't necessarily supposed to see. That means glitching into the House of Wolves areas. I was a god when it came to glitching into areas that you weren't supposed to be in. The King's Guard, or King's whatever mission, the King's Road, or whatever it was, you could actually glitch into there. I did that multiple times. I streamed it, I made videos on it. I streamed when I went into the Tanic ship. You could do that back in the day. I did that multiple times as well. I was a connoisseur when it came to glitching the game out. And honestly, it was fun to me because at the time, the Dark Below honestly wasn't that great in an expansion. We all remember it. We all remember it being the Crota's End raid. And the Crota's End raid was honestly, it was amazing. I loved the Crota's End raid. It will forever be my favorite raid to do. I love it. I feel like it's one of my favorite pieces of content in the game. still, I love going back and doing Crota's End. But honestly, it wasn't the best raid. We all know that. Community-wide, the consensus is Vault of Glass, which I understand. I feel like Vault of Glass is a very strong raid as well. It's the original for most people. It's where everybody got their start. It's where the game took off and honestly became what it is today. But it's a special place in my heart will forever go down with Crota's End. Pulling the Ethernet on Crota was one of the most satisfying things to do, just because it was so stupid. And the week before you would have a 30-hour raid, and then the very next week you would have a 5-minute raid because you pulled the Ethernet cable on them, and you pulled that Ethernet cable on them good and hard. So honestly, Crota's End was buggy. It was bad, but it's where I got my start, and that's probably why I like it so much, because it honestly was my start. It was my all back in the day. I loved that raid because it was the first raid that I was like, hey, I'm gonna challenge myself to solo this piece of content, which only 3 or 4 other people have done. Obviously, by the time I finished it, I wasn't one of the first people to do it, but for Crota's End hard mode, Slayer Age, he soloed it, and I instantly remember looking at my screen and being like, I want to be that man. And I haven't done it, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be sitting here talking to myself in a stream that I'm all alone in. But I've done things I'm proud of. The Dark Below was my start, and moving on from Dark Below, we went into the week before House of Wolves. They spiced up patrol missions by adding the wolves that come down and give those ether keys. And that completely refreshed the game for me. Being able to play the game and do something like that where I struggled immensely. And literally the ether keys kind of saved the destiny for me. The thought of running back and forth through an area to grab a single chest is a little bit ridiculous when you think about it in hindsight, but it was so much fun. Everybody loved doing it for some reason. I don't know why, because the content was honestly awful, but it was fun, and it started the House of Wolves on a bang. It created the ether chests, and it was really fun. Hey Jap, how's it going? No, I have not played since the beta. I started playing during the Dark Below actually, but I wasn't very hardcore back then, as I stated a couple times in the last hour. Anyway, House of Wolves came out, and then the Prison of Elders, which I'm playing right now, came. And I hit level 34 in 3 hours. Within 3 hours of the content releasing, I was the highest level that you could possibly be in the game. I completed Prison of Elders after a little bit over 20 hours, 30 hours of playing. Here, I'm gonna join this guy's party actually, because I gotta tell him that I'm making a video. Hello? Hello?
Hello, sorry.
Is this a 6 person?
I'm not gonna be raiding, actually.
You want to raid?
No, I'm
Sorry,
making a...
just need one.
I'm making a tribute stream, actually,
what?
so I'm not gonna do raid. Sorry about that. I'm kind of doing a...
Who just joined?
Doing a thing.
My friends. I don't know if he's there or if he's responding or
Hey,
anything.
I'm gonna be actually not doing a raid. I'm doing something else right now.
Okay.
Alright, man.
Alright.
Sorry about that. Have a good night.
No big deal. You too.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do a raid tonight. But anyway, where was I? Prison of Elders. Why does Steam keep opening and going in a big picture mode? It's driving me nuts. I don't want to play Steam. Go away.
Mines or die. Your choice.
Prison of Elders came out, finished it at not the first day, but the second day. And it was a big deal for me and my team. It was the first piece of content that we played through that we didn't look up anything, which back in the day for us was a big deal. We finished it. It honestly wasn't very mechanic heavy. Never was. But it was fun for us. It was our first piece of content where we didn't cheat. And it honestly, it felt amazing to be able to play through the Prison of Elders, learn how to play it, and then go out and do it without any help. And that was the first moment where I started becoming very, very hardcore in the game. I played for months at a time after that. Okay, I'm gonna die if I don't play trust with these guys. Okay. Anyway, I became pretty hardcore at that time. I played the Prison of Elders every single week. Every single week that I could. And I became very hardcore. I did all 3 raids every single Tuesday. I did the Nightfall every single Tuesday. I did everything that you could possibly do in the game Tuesdays. And then for the rest of the week, I helped out everyone else that I knew. And it was a great, great time to be playing the game for me. It was at that time that the game started becoming a lot easier. And the game kind of, honestly, started getting really stale really fast. But I was too deep in the game, and I kept playing it. And then, probably, I'm going to say 2 or 3 months after the House of Wolves released, I ended up stopped playing it. I completely backed out of the game. I stopped playing it, started playing Call of Duty actually because it was just released, and so I stopped playing Destiny. And that was interesting because I don't know if that was the right idea or if I should have just slowed down. Even still, I don't know if that was the right idea. But I ended up slowing down. I played Call of Duty quite a bit, and I honestly didn't enjoy Destiny. I stopped playing until a day after The Taken King came out. I was like, you know what? I'll get the game again. One of my friends, actually, from a long time ago, he was like, you know what? They actually fixed a lot of the things that we had problems with in the House of Wolves, and you should honestly give it a try again. And so I did. I gave it another try, and it was great. The Taken King is the DLC where everything finally took place. Everything finally came to shape, and the game was flawless. They created the new infusion system, which was exactly what the game needed. They added class weapons like Suros and Omelan and Hake, and that was the perfect idea for that. We had Suros and Omelan and all those weapons before, but they weren't as refined as they became in the Dark Below, or not in the Dark Below, but the Taken King. And the game finally became fleshed out. The game turned into what it is today through the Taken King. I got the game 2 days after the Taken King released, which, in case you didn't know, the raid came out 3 days after. So, in preparation of the raid for the Taken King, I played for like 40 hours straight and got into the raid day 1. I was ready, and I played the day it came out, which was 1 day after I bought the DLC. I leveled up roughly 190 times in order to do that. That was going from 170 to 290. And that's wrong math. 110. I leveled up about 110 times. and it was incredible.
Return
I
to
was
analog,
able to complete the
Garbo.
raid in 16 hours. Me and my team did that without looking anything up, and it was one of the most challenging things I have ever done. The Taken King was probably the most stale time of Destiny for me. I went in very hard and I came out very fast. The game was meh. The Taken King was okay. Nothing really was enjoyable during that time. Unfortunately, the game was very, very stale during that time. And so I dropped out of it again very quickly from what I had. And it was, honestly, it wasn't very enjoyable for me. I thought it would be. It, unfortunately, just, it couldn't hold me in. And I quit playing Destiny again after roughly 2 or 3 months of playing again. Hard mode came out, I beat that. Challenge mode came out after I had already left. I never played challenge mode until the Taken Spring. So Taken Spring came out, and I came back, and Taken Spring was fun. It got me into the game again, because I hadn't done challenge mode, and I hadn't done any of that. It actually kept me into the game a lot longer than I thought it would. I actually played all the way up to the Rise of Iron. Where am I getting shot from? So I ended up playing through the Taken King to the Rise of Iron. And the Rise of Iron is the part that we're in now. It's the content that we've been playing for the last 6 to 8 months, and it is what Destiny has finally become after all of its iterations. And the House of Wolves, or the Rise of Iron, is honestly the best content time that we've had in this game. I absolutely love it. It's become the game I have come to love, and it's finally the most fleshed out version of the game. It's the version that we play now. It's the version that we've come to love, and it's honestly it's a big step up from what we had back in the day. I look at the raid, which I played roughly 3 days after the content came out. I think it was 3 days again. And I was able to grind up to a high enough light level to play that. It was an amazing raid. My team beat it in 10 hours. And maybe a little bit over 10 hours. But we did it in 10 hours, and it was honestly a joy to... What the heck? I misadventured. It was a joy to go through. The raid was not looked up at all. None of my team looked it up. And it was the perfect piece of content for us. We absolutely loved that raid. Me and my team, we ended up doing it twice the first day, and I loved it. It was very fun, and really, I mean, there isn't too much to say past that point. That's honestly just kind of what the game was Wrath of the Machine, Vault of Glass, Crota's End, and all of the raids finally coming together and becoming one. And that's what we have today. We finally have all of the content together, and we play it all today, we love it all today, and finally, the veterans from 2014 are the same as the newbie players from 2017. We all play the same content, we all love the same content, and we all can play the same content. And that's honestly why I think Destiny has become such a great game to me. I'm in a clan now that is actually quite supportive of me. Originally they obviously weren't, because if you remember, I was kicked a while back. But they brought me back after realizing they made a mistake, and that was honestly one of the coolest things that they could have done. They brought me back. They admitted that they were wrong, or at least some of them did, and that was enough to bring me back into it, bring me back into the swing of things. And I honestly am very, very happy of where the game has gone, and where my Guardian has come from, and what it has become over the years. I'm gonna die to that. So yeah, any questions from the peanut gallery as to what I think of the game, as to where I've come from? Any stories you want to hear throughout the game? I'm glad to share them for you guys. If you guys want to hear like any stories as far as Destiny 2 goes, if you want to hear my thoughts on it, ask away, because honestly I would love to hear your questions on it. And I guess while I'm waiting for you guys' questions to come in, considering that they do, I do want to talk about Destiny 2 a little bit, because I'm nervous as to where the game is going. Luke Smith said a few things that kind of worry me. Number one was with the weapons. He said something like the weapons won't have random rolls, which honestly I'm kind of sad about that, because Dado said it perfectly. If you have a game with no random rolls, there's going to be nothing to grind for once you get that gun. And Destiny has always been about the grind. It really has. When all else failed, the game survived because it was a looter. The game survived because the community loved it and kept it alive, because we grinded for that perfect AS Luna, or we grinded for that perfect Hawk Moon, or that one exotic that we didn't still have. For me, it was Hawk Moon. That's why I said that. So Destiny 2 is going away with that system, which is interesting because it's what Destiny's always been based off of. And if the game doesn't have what it was based off of, then where is the game gonna go? So that's one thing that kind of worried me. What are my thoughts on PvP? You know, that's an interesting thing. PvP in Destiny 2 is going to be 4v4, which right off the bat makes me think that the game's going to be a lot slower. I'm already a slow player, so I'm fine with that. But if they try to compensate by that, by making the maps super small, and making the content that we play on a lot different, in that case, then I'm thinking the PvP is going to be actually pretty bad. And I'm kind of worried that they're going to honestly make the game too chaotic, to the point that the community honestly doesn't like it anymore. The weapons that we are getting, I'm honestly not worried about. The fact that we're getting two primaries is kind of funny to me, because they want more primary play, and they're literally just giving us two primaries to do that. So that kind of honestly just seems like a cheap move to me, in order to make us use primaries more. But that's to be seen. We've honestly not got too long until we'll have PvP. I'll honestly have a better idea as to what I think of the PvP on Tuesday, when we actually get to play it. But as of right now, I just feel like it's gonna be too slow. And I might be wrong on that, but the fact that shotgun ammo is gonna be gone, the fact that they're changing the game entirely. We've never played with no specials, with no primary, or with only primaries. So honestly, I'm kind of worried to see where the game's gonna go. Why is my game lagging now? Why? Are you gonna be done? Cool. So yeah. Jesus. So yeah, that's my quick thoughts on the beta or on the second game's PvP. I honestly just don't have one, so it's a cop-out answer because I have to wait until next week to actually give you an answer on that. But yeah. So that's the quick ideas on the multiplayer. It's not a real answer, but it's an answer nonetheless. I would say my big worry with Destiny 2 is the story, because obviously the story for Destiny 1 wasn't well received. It was honestly dog shit, if you ask me. One of the worst storytelling I've ever seen. But then they started improving it with The Taken King. The Taken King was actually an amazing story because it didn't focus on the darkness, and it didn't focus on all of these entities that we had no idea what the actual entity was. It was just a group of enemies thrown together. I heard a comment that they're actually going away with the darkness. The darkness isn't going to be a thing anymore, which if it is true that the darkness isn't going to be a thing anymore, bravo. That's what we've needed for years. Having an entity with a name attached to it is how you make a story good. Which is why I would have liked to see the original story instead of what we ended up getting. I would like to see Gaul be a big enemy in the game. I hope he is very ruthless and awesome. And I feel like they're going to do decent. Luke Smith is always a great storyteller. He was with the Taken King, and he honestly has a great backup in what's his name? It's Mark Noseworthy, I believe. Mark Noseworthy. He's a great storyteller as well. And I think the two of them can do it. I'm just nervous they're gonna fuck it up again. And we'll see if they actually do that. Hopefully it's good, but that's my biggest worry with Destiny 2. Second is that the sniping is gonna be bad, cause I like sniping. Sniping's where I got my start in Destiny. The fact that special ammo doesn't spawn, or what do they call it now? Power ammo, I believe. The fact that power ammo doesn't really spawn as often, it kinda makes me nervous, cause like, I like sniper rifles, and sniper rifles are considered a power weapon now, which means sniper rifles are on even terms with rocket launchers, grenade launchers, and shit like that. I mean, there's a fucking minigun in the game, for God's sakes. Which means, I don't know where the game is gonna go. Dear God, just make the sniping good. Make snipers powerful to be able to match up with a rocket launcher. Or dumb down rocket launchers enough to the point that snipers are on equal terms with a rocket launcher. Make shotguns really good. It's something that honestly sounds stupid because I've gone through the Fellwinter's Lie reign of terror that went through the Crucible a couple years back. But make shotguns super powerful. Make snipers super powerful. Make fusion rifles really good. And then you can leave rocket launchers and things as they are, because it won't make the game feel like you have to use the heavies that were in the original Destiny. Wow, this guy is going supersonic speed. God, that guy traveled so fast. But I want to see the game do amazing things, and I'm kind of nervous that it's not going to. Also, I'm getting fucked over here. So I'm kind of nervous that the secondaries are gonna be worse than the current. Well, I'm saying current. Like, current specials are going to be worse than current heavies, and it's going to make the game feel stupid because there's not enough power in them. Time will tell. I'm thinking the beta Tuesday is going to help immensely with us figuring that shit out. Fuck me. Honestly, I want to see the weapons be balanced, how they should be balanced. And yeah, I think we're gonna honestly figure a lot of that out Tuesday. We're gonna figure out how good the game is. We're going to learn very quickly if the game is good or bad on Tuesday, and I pray we can give enough feedback to where we can change the opinion of Bungie if it's bad, and push them further if the game is good. And that's really all I can say. Honestly, I haven't read enough content on Destiny 2 to know if it's going to be good or not. From the one story mission that I've seen, the game looks incredible. That first story mission, holy shit, is that good? And it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the game develops. Hopefully it's good, like I said, but only time will tell. And who knows if it'll be good or not. Can I please kill you? Thank you. Anything else, Jap? Because I would love to answer your questions. Or, anyone else in this. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Looks like the stream actually, like, stopped for a few seconds there. We'll see if it skips, but, yeah, so if it just skips a couple seconds, then I'm sorry, but... Yep, looks like it just skipped, so that's good. But yeah, Destiny 2, I'm excited. I'm really excited. 3.5, almost 4 years have built to this moment. Actually, 4 years ago today, the alpha for Destiny released. Which means we're officially on the 4-year anniversary of Destiny. We've officially played the game 4 years. And that's the good, the bad, Bungie fucking up a lot. Us fucking up a lot. Yeah, the game has become incredible. It's become my home, and it's gonna be my home. If you guys are worried about my channel changing at all, don't be. This channel is going to stay exactly the same as it's been for years, and I will continue to post Destiny. I'm gonna go harder in the content for Destiny than I ever have before, because when I looked at my channel a couple days ago, I was sad that I didn't have things recorded that I wanted. So expect a lot of content, and there's gonna be a lot of streams. My opinion on the new Strike: haven't played it, haven't seen it. That's one thing I kind of kept myself from looking at until the release of the beta, and then I'll play it when the actual beta is live. I've kind of had the thought process of keeping the game as secret as I can until it's actually released. I kind of broke that yesterday because I wanted to see like actually what's in the beta, mainly just because I wanted to know what planets were in it. But the story mission, I kind of wish I hadn't seen that, because I honestly would much rather play the game and figure it out myself. But yeah, so I haven't actually read anything on the Strike. Didn't even know that you could play, or that we could watch a Strike yet. Unless it's or actually, yeah, I did. It's the Spiral Tower or whatever, right? Or the Inverted Spire? Inverted Spire, I think. That sounds something. That sounds about correct. So Inverted Spire, I haven't seen anything on it, fortunately.
Enemy's advance. Important target.
Yeah,
Kill.
I'll have a more kind of flushed out opinion during the 24-hour stream tomorrow. So if you're there for the 24-hour stream, you're gonna get a lot of opinions on Destiny 2's content. And it's mainly gonna be just things like, hey, this is really cool, and it's gonna have a lot of criticism in it. So prepare for that, because you're gonna get a lot of content, and a lot of bitching probably. So yeah, when I do that 24-hour stream Tuesday, it's gonna be mainly reviewing. I'm obviously gonna play through all of the subclasses. From what it sounds like, we're getting 6 in the beta. The Sentinel, the whatever the hell the Warlock is, the whatever the fuck the other Warlock class is, the Arc Strider, Gunslinger, which is honestly probably going to be my main hunter class. It has Shade Step in it, which is broken. Voidwalker is one of the classes. I know that much. Other than that, I don't really know what I don't know what else is in the game, actually. I just know I'll be playing through every piece of content at least 2 or 3 times when the beta comes out. I'll play the story missions as many times as you guys want me to. I'll give you my review on them as many times as you want me to. And I will honestly just play all of the content. All the content over and over and over and over again. I will be playing on both Xbox and PS4 during the beta time. I will be playing on the PC when that beta is finally announced and released. And I don't really know what else about Destiny 2 I'll be doing. Obviously, when the game comes out, I'll stream that. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to play it too much, though, because college starts. So we'll see how the Destiny 2 release goes. We'll see how the raid goes.
Victory.
I think they have announced that a raid will definitely be coming, and it won't be coming with the release of Destiny 2. It'll be a couple weeks to a month behind, which means I'll be playing it. I'll definitely be playing it. You can bet your ass that. So yeah, I'll be streaming on the PlayStation first. That starts 18th, which is 2 days from now. In 40 minutes, it will be 1 day from now. And I'll be streaming it on the PlayStation, or on the Xbox the next day. What is my activator? Trickle and small arms. Cool. So let's get the good old weapon. Where's my telephone? My cell phone? My telephone. Yeah, let me get my primary of choice here. God, that Game of Thrones episode was so fucking good. I want to watch it again. I'm actually probably gonna watch it again after this stream. I got a text message as well. What does the text message say? Someone literally texted me my email. What the fuck? Why would you text me my email? Oh well.
Pilot Senator.
What? Why is it not Skolas? Is there 6 rounds in this? Okay. I thought there was only 5 rounds. Oh well. This is gonna be fucking easy because hello Outbreak. We'll just literally go over here. Hi, Hunter, or whatever you are, the fucking captain. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna stand on here, and we're just gonna shoot an arrow. Where's the dude? Where's the broski at? There he is. Hey, buddy! Sorry about this. Holy crap, look at his health go. Half the reason Outbreak Prime is OP. It's not actually OP, but it's a good gun. It's a very good gun. Half the thing is... Oh, hi, Captain. I don't like you. I'm gonna go away from you. This Outbreak Prime, honestly, it was a sleeper weapon. It released, and everyone was like, hey, this weapon's meh. But it's honestly really, really powerful. It's a fun weapon to use, too. Where's the servitor bitch at? It's a fun gun to use. As you can see, the boss's health is already half. So one of the things I kind of want to talk about, since I pulled out the Outbreak Prime, and I didn't really think to talk about it until now, is raid weapons. Raid weapons have been a staple of Destiny ever since the release of the game, and I'm kind of interested to see if they're going to do it again. It's been something that everybody has wanted. It's been the most powerful weapons of the game, coming from the Vex Mythoclast to the Necrochasm to the great Outbreak Prime. The Touch of Malice was a force to be reckoned with in the raid. People actually thought that gun would be nerfed because it was so powerful, and then it never was, and everyone was like, what? The Outbreak Prime was the most mediocre out of all of them. But it quickly grew on me, as all the raid weapons did. The Necrochasm had the most interesting quest, and then the Outbreak Prime kicked all of their asses, with the Outbreak Prime quest being one of the longest and most difficult quests ever in Destiny's history. I knew I was gonna die to that. Oh well. I should have moved. I had that boss's health so low, too. Oh, well. Yeah, here. So, I'm interested to see whether or not they're going to do a super long quest again. I think they are. I think they're going to make a super complicated, super interesting quest. But I'm not sure. Nobody can be sure of anything, except for that the raid formula is going to be pretty much the same. I'm next to positive there honestly isn't going to be too difficult of mechanics. There probably honestly isn't going to be too difficult of a game. The raid's probably going to be finished in roughly 3 hours, and I'm okay with that, to be perfectly honest with you. If the raid is only 3 hours long for the first team to complete it, that just shows that the community is getting smarter. And that just means that we should honestly make the raids harder. I want to see Bungie make a super hard raid that nobody can figure out for weeks. I play Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy released Alex Savage. They released Alex 7 Savage not too long ago. Or actually 7 through 9. And Alex Savage is the most difficult part of that game. The first team that ever did it took a little bit over 6 weeks to finish it. And that's playing next to daily. That's the kind of commitment I want to have to put into this game in order to finish a raid. I want to have to put so much time into the game that it's almost too hard for the rest of the community. They're not going to do that. Bungie isn't stupid enough to. But, I mean, one can hope. They won't do it. I hope they do. They won't. And honestly, we'll just see how difficult everything is. It's gonna be interesting month during September. And my life is gonna be consumed of Destiny. So, yeah, that's about it for that. The strike I'm hoping are going to be more mechanic based. They started dabbling with mechanics in strikes during the House of Wolves, or not the House of Wolves, but the Rise of Iron, which means we honestly probably should be seeing some things like that. I guarantee you we will see some mechanics in strikes, and I can nearly guarantee you that they're going to translate into raids, which means when you're playing these strikes Tuesday, pay close attention, because if there's mechanics in them, I'll nearly guarantee you they'll be in the raid. So keep your eye out, and we'll be going into some pretty fun days. Some fun days are ahead of us. That's for damn sure. I'm hitting the hype train finally. And the hype train has never been hit this hard for me. So I'm excited. You're gonna die? Thank you. You're also gonna die. No, he's not. He's just gonna fall off the edge like a dingus. Where's the boss? There he is. And he's dead. I might not be able to do this.
They are dead.
I don't remember if they changed the mechanic or not. Oh no, this is gonna be a problem. If they change the mechanic, I'm not gonna be able to do it, and I'll have to back out. If they didn't change the mechanic, then I'll be able to do this.
Need you back in airlock.
Actually, do I have a
Guardian.
400 sword legendary? I do. If they change this mechanic, I'm gonna be pissed. If they didn't, then yay. If they change this mechanic, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Thank ya. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't change the mechanic.
Kill.
Of Kells. I know every single word to that. All of the different quotes, because he has 6 of them. And I know that because I played way too much. This one took me 10 hours to finish. This boss fight was brutal. I don't actually think I'm gonna kill him. Oh, am I gonna have to go to the other servitor? No way. I am. Telling you, first piece of content that I didn't do cheat. That I didn't cheat to do. Should be up here, right? Where the fuck's the where is he? Where's the dude? Where's the other servitor? There he is. Where's Skolas now? This bitch just ran away. You wanna stop that? What the hell? Why are there so many ads on me? So where's that fucking servitor? Where's the servitor? The servitor's gonna drive me nuts. I hate this fight because of the servitors. They run away from you like little bitches. Damn it! Where's the other servitor? It's a longer fight than I remember. Probably because I always used to do this fight in about 20 seconds. Honestly, not as hard as I thought I remember it being. This fight's a lot easier than the last one I did. Where is the servitor? There he is. What's up, buddy? You're gonna die for a cause. Are you fucking serious? Okay. Where? I'm low. You got me. Alright. Now here is where the test begins. I need to be full health for this. And then I need to block with the sword. What a shot. I need to block with the sword when the time comes. Haha! They didn't fix it. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm easily gonna do this now. Them not changing this mechanic instantly meant I could do it pretty easily.
Dismantled or dead.
They would. Fine. I need to heal too. Whew, that was close. Wow, all the way on the other side. What a surprise! I think he only taints me. Why did they put that other one so fast? Go away.
Success. You have done it.
I'm so scared. He gets a lot more aggressive after you break his bonds. Stop hitting me. Where is he? Found him. Ooh, that was a bad spot for you to spawn. I'm so scared! I need to remember to always, No, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Oh well. Oh well. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. That's the one I wanted. Honestly, just wanted to move to a better spot before, It's gonna be this one. Oh, but this is actually a lot easier. Come on.
Success.
Shoot! Alright, where's Skolas? Because now I can easily kill him. I kind of wish they would have buffed this to go on every single hit. Never mind, I don't need to do that yet. Okay, yeah, I've got this fight in the bag, though. The rest of this fight is pretty easy after you get to that second, Okay, come on, heal, 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 heal. Heal, heal, heal. Heal! Thank you. I only needed to heal a little bit. From where? Where did he just try hitting me from? He shot me, which means he saw me. Yay.
Your victory tells the tale.
Alright, so there's the prison. It's a decent prison run. I didn't do as good as I wanted to, but yeah, it was decent. But yeah, there it is. There we are.
Airlock. Yes.
That was that. And that was the two biggest content pieces that I can do, well, that I can still do. I would have done Crota, but I can't really do Crota solo right now. So yeah, that's gonna be my tribute stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about how much I love this game. Honestly, it's been a journey. It really has. And to all of my 71 subscribers, if you ever liked, commented, did anything with any of my videos, even watched them, part of this is you. Me making YouTube videos is kept up by the comments I get, even if half of them are spam comments that I don't actually read. But when I'm streaming, most of it is so that way I can see myself in the future and I can be like, hey, I've done that. Holy shit, this is a good... That's a solid machine gun. That's actually really decent. I'm gonna hold on to that. So, yeah, that is the House of Wolves. That is my first strike. And that is where I have come from in Destiny. Thank you all for watching. It's been a good stream. Tomorrow I might have a tribute video, or I might just take the day off and watch more Game of Thrones. But yeah, Tuesday is gonna be the big day. And if you guys want to watch it and tune in with me, it's gonna be one hell of a stream. I plan on it being at least 24 hours, could be 36 to 48. If you want to watch it, then by all means, please do. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday then. And bye-bye.